is absent? Who is?
Alima.
Alima. Aditya and Alima are absent. Okay, तो Alima क्यों absent है? Anyone has any idea? Anyone knows why she is absent? Okay, चलिए. So Astha will tell now.
Yes, ma'am. So we started the chapter 6, that is molecular basis of inheritance. And the first topic we did was structure of DNA. Then we understood the 5 points given in the NCERT book about the structure of DNA.
Okay.
Then we studied the central dogma of protein synthesis.
Okay.
We also wrote the formula for it, and after that we studied packaging of DNA helix.
So just a briefing only I did, that what is packaging, what is
Yes.
the meaning of packaging of the DNA and how the packaging is done in the two different types of the cells. Okay, so what are the two different types of the cells? Shifa, what are the two different types of the cells? Shifa, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Nucleoside and nucleoside.
Arey Baba, listen the question carefully. What are the two types of cells? You wish.
I don't know.
Arey, how on the basis of complexity the cells are classified? सब पढ़ा है. Question you are not getting. How the cell types have been classified on the basis of the complexity and evolution. Nandini. Nandini, are you there?
Ma'am, unicellular and multicellular.
नहीं.
Ma'am.
वो ऑर्गेनिज्म. अगर हम पूछते कि what are the two different types of organisms on the basis of the complexity, तो you would have said unicellular and multicellular. Okay, अभी पूनम रुक जाइए. मंजुल will tell. Nandini, could you get it? Answer.
Ma'am, prokaryotic, eukaryotic.
Correct. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So remember Shifa and remember Uvesh. ठीक है, there are two types of the cells. ये तो basic है, bio के student है, ये तो अच्छे से याद रख लो. There are two types of the cells classified on the basis of the complexity and evolution. So which one evolved first? Which one evolved first?
Prokaryotic.
Prokaryotic. Okay, and which is more complex?
Eukaryotic.
ठीक है, तो दोनों में ना डीएनए की पैकेजिंग अलग अलग होती है, वो आपको सिलेबस में है, तो वो आपको समझना पड़ेगा. ओके, नाउ आस्था टेल मी हाउ मेनी पेजेस आई सेड टू रीड फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट बुक.
मैम काउंट करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, बस एक बार स्टार्टिंग से देखो कि कितने पेजेस बोले थे, फिर बीच में एक और पेज बोला था पढ़ने को. So tell the
6-7 pages.
So tell the students the page numbers, that these page numbers from the textbook all have to read.
मैम ये वाला भी है क्या, द सर्च फॉर जेनेटिक मटेरियल? ये भी रीड करना है?
No, that you leave it.
मैम then till 99 packaging of DNA helix तक.
अच्छा, no, one more I said, and that was RNA also. RNA वो उसके बाद आया है, देखना.
हाँ, यस मैम. अच्छा, ये भी. अच्छा, RNA वर्ल्ड, हाँ ये भी करना था. हाँ, ये 100, ये 104 5 पे. RNA world.
4 and 5, that page also. That is the RNA world. And from the beginning, you read till that DNA. Okay, and then just read the part that is packaging. Okay, and
Yes.
then search for the genetic material that we will do in the class, and replication we will do in the class. तो उतना reading करना है. Okay, now Poonam will tell me what else we discussed in the class. Very important, what planning we did.
Ma'am, we studied central dogma of protein
वो तो सब
synthesis.
आस्था ने बता दिया. और एक important काम क्या किया है?
Ma'am, test, revision test.
We made the timetable for the revision test, children, and this test timetable will be sent on your WhatsApp group by Astha. Astha, did you send it or you have to send?
No, ma'am, I have sent it.
अच्छा, ठीक है. तो by the evening, 5 o'clock, all will receive. Okay, Astha?
Ma'am, I have already sent it.
You have sent already?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. तो फिर you all of you will check it that we planned the test timetable, that is the revision test timetable, which will start from day after tomorrow, and it will be ending on which day, Poonam?
Ma'am, 21 December.
21 December. ठीक है, and we are starting from which December?
Ma'am, from 4 December.
4th December. So I hope all have understood. Manjul, Nandini, युवेश, प्रांजल, आप लोग नहीं थे क्लास में तो ध्यान कर लेना, उसको देख लेना टेस्ट टाइम टेबल. one chapter in a day you have to give the test. Okay, and what is the timing for the test? Duration will be how much, Poonam?
Ma'am, 45 minutes and it will be 25 marks test.
45 minutes and 25 marks. So you have to plan कि आप 25 marks का test 40 minutes में complete कर पाए. Is it very clear to everyone, those who are here in the class? Yes or no, Manjul?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. And whether you come to the school, whatever the planning will be done, that we don't know. Okay, whether it is going on online or it is on campus classes, but you will stick to that date of preparation. Is it clear? Means उस date तक वो chapter आपका 100% for the board examination should be completed. And when I say it should be completed, means that chapter you have to prepare from the textbook also. Each and every line of that chapter you have to read it properly, understanding it. You have to read the notes if you have written. Okay, and then you have to go through the refresher also. And try to read 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark questions from those refreshers which you are keeping. Plus your MCQ questions. Plus your
MCQ.
क्योंकि आपको मालूम है ना कि MCQ भी तो आने वाले हैं.
Yes,
Isn't
ma'am.
it? Yes or no? Everyone knows that, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you all have seen that sample question paper which is released for this year. Yes or no?
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet. Anyone?
मैम, मैंने इंग्लिश का देखा था बस.
इंग्लिश का बस देखा. तो आज ही ना शाम को जब कुछ पढ़ने का मन ना करे तो आप बस वही क्वेश्चन पेपर बायोलॉजी का देख लेना. Is it clear? आराम से रिलैक्स होकर बस ये देखिए कि कितने क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं, कितने एमसीक्यू, कितने सेक्शंस होंगे, कितने 2 मार्क, कितने 5 मार्क. ट्राई टू सी इट. और आप अपने यही लेक्चर नोटबुक में, इन योर बायोलॉजी नोटबुक, यू नोट इट डाउन. Okay, everyone should have it in their notebook that what will be the weightage for which type of question and how many questions in total. पूरा वो मार्किंग स्कीम पूरा लिख लेना. और बाकी जो एक पेपर जो पढ़ा उसको रीडिंग कर लेना. That what will be the standard of the questions, what will be the difficulty level, because now already you have completed how much marks syllabus, Shifa?
Only 3 chapters are left.
So Shifa, how
But
much marks you have completed? आज हम लोग ने पूरा यही सब कैलकुलेशन कर रहे थे क्लास में। तो शिफा आपने नोट किया है हाउ मच मार्क्स वी हैव कंप्लीटेड? पूनम
मैम 49 मार्क्स।
49 मार्क्स कंप्लीट हो चुका है। ओके, सो ओनली 21 मार्क्स रिमेनिंग। तो जब 49 मार्क्स का कंप्लीट हो गया है, व्हेन यू विल रीड द क्वेश्चन पेपर, तो मेनी क्वेश्चंस यू विल बी एबल टू आंसर। इज इट क्लियर? मंजुल अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, ओके ओके शिफा, ठीक है। तो नंदिनी ये काम चालू हो जाना चाहिए, 4th से टेस्ट देना स्टार्ट करना है और 21 को कंप्लीट हो जाएंगे। एंड बाय 21 पूनम अपना कितना बस बचेगा 21 तक टेस्ट कंप्लीट होने के बाद?
मैम 12 मार्क्स।
Only 12 marks. Is it clear to everyone? Only 12 marks. 2 chapters of biotechnology will be left to give the test. Is it clear? And rest everything by 21st, your preparation of all the chapters should be completed. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
How many students will be able to do that? Chat box में लिख दो कि 100% preparation कर लेंगे। 100% बस लिख दो। So I will understand that how many students will be taking these tests seriously. Yes, ma'am, 100%. Okay, Anjali says that yes, she will do everything जो अपन prepare कर रहे, जो planning चल रही है हमारी, means whatever we are planning in the school, that you have to go according to that plan. Okay, Hivesh says he will take it seriously these tests. And आदित्य तो अभी ज्वाइन किए हैं, आदित्य ने भी यस लिख दिया। आदित्य आप याद रखना 21 दिसंबर तक सिर्फ 12 मार्क्स का प्रिपरेशन छूटना चाहिए, बाकी पूरा प्रिपरेशन आपको 21 तक लर्न करके, अंडरस्टैंडिंग करके और टेस्ट देके फिनिश कर देना। आदित्य अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो दैट टेस्ट टाइम टेबल, रिवीजन टेस्ट टाइम टेबल आस्था हैज ऑलरेडी सेंट। ओके, सो दैट यू हैव टू स्टिक टू इट। चलिए, तो आज हम लोग स्टार्ट कर देते हैं विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम। यस यस मंजुल से।
मैम ये जो यूनिट है ना हमारी बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, उसका पहले चैप्टर थोड़ा सा देखा था मैम, थोड़ा लेंथी लगा मैम।
हाँ, बहुत लेंथी है वो, तो बहुत लेंथी है, पढ़ना पड़ेगा।
हाँ मैम, तो मैम इसको मैम ऑफलाइन क्लास में हम कर सकते हैं ना मैम? अभी सुनने में आया कि स्कूल खुल रहे हैं।
हाँ बिल्कुल सही, हमने भी सुना है कि खुल रहा है। आप लोग को कैंपस में बुलाने की हम लोग बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं। Now as it will be done, so you all will be coming to the school, you will have your regular classes, these all main subjects in the school only, so then there will be no problem, isn't it? जो आपको डाउट लगता था ऑनलाइन में वो सारे क्लियर कर लेना। ओके, लेकिन हाँ, लेकिन ये भी मत सोचना कि अब ऑफलाइन नहीं लग पाया तो अब हम तो यू गेट स्टक। Okay, no one should get stuck at any place. When we are meeting here in the online classes, so you can switch on your camera, you can talk to me nicely, or each and every doubt, smallest and smallest, you have to clear. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
समझ में आ गई बात? तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए बारे में कुछ डाउट हो जाए, बिल्कुल बेसिक क्लियर रहना चाहिए, क्लियर रहना चाहिए। आदित्य याद समझ गए आप? आदित्य, आदित्य छोड़ के चले गए।
यस मैम।
हाँ, तो फाइनल एग्जाम में कितने मार्क्स लाने वाले हैं आदित्य? टारगेट तो बता दीजिए।
मैम फुल।
Full, very good. Okay. So, sir, one by one, all of you will tell me what is your target. So, according to your target, then everyone will be working for those classes which we have planned. अपना टाइम टेबल बन ही चुका है, तो उसके लिए आपको अगर टारगेट पता है कि हमको इतने लाने हैं, तो फिर आप उस हिसाब से तैयारी भी कर लोगे। सो स्टार्ट वन बाय वन। No one will tell. Acha, tell me, children, that you will prepare the structure of DNA or I should revise today. अच्छा, नंदिनी बोल रहा, आपका टारगेट कितना, बोर्ड में कितने लाने हैं, जल्दी बोलो नंदिनी। One by one, be ready to speak. Nandini. Left the class. Isn't it, Astha?
Yes, ma'am.
नंदिनी, हाँ नंदिनी क्या बोल, हाँ कितना मार्क्स ले आओगे बोर्ड में?
Ma'am, 90 above.
Very good. आस्था।
मैम टारगेट तो फुल का ही है।
वेरी गुड। नहीं, इफ यू आर थिंकिंग कि हमको पूरा करना है तो फिर एक एक चैप्टर का पूरा पूरा पढ़ते जाओ, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम। ओके, मेनी चैप्टर्स आर सच दैट व्हिच आर वेरी सिंपल, बट डोंट लीव एनी टॉपिक। ओके मंजुल,
मैम तैयारी तो पूरे, मैम तैयारी तो पूरे की है, अच्छा करेंगे और क्या। मैम 95 से ऊपर तैयारी तो उतनी की रहेगी, अब 95।
ठीक है, वेरी गुड। ओके देन शिफा।
मैम 75 above.
हाउ मच?
मैम 75 above.
75 above। क्यों ऐसा क्यों सोच रहे हो, आप 80 above नहीं ला पाओगे? हाँ शिफा,
मैम ला सकते हैं मैम।
चीजें समझ में आ रही है कि नहीं आ रही, पहले ये बताओ।
मैम आ रही है, बस मैम फिजिक्स का भी नहीं है, बायो का तो मैम ठीक चल रहा है।
हाँ, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं?
यस मैम।
मतलब जो अपन कर रहे हैं वो समझ में आ रहा है?
यस मैम।
तो फिर टाइम दो, फिर आप उसको रिवाइज करो और प्रिपेयर करो। अगर समझ में आ रही है चीजें तो फिर आपको बस थोड़ा सा टाइम देके रिवाइज करने की जरूरत है। अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो फिर आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड। ओके, तो फिर आप 80 से नीचे का टारगेट मत रखो।
यस मैम।
आर यू गेटिंग? ओके, 85 से अबव हमको सबका देखना है। All the students of the class should get above 85 अगर समझ में आ रहा है तो। And if anyone is not understanding any topic तो फिर बताओ। ओके, बिल्कुल क्लियर रहना चाहिए जो भी अपन टॉपिक कर रहे हैं। युवेश, व्हाट यू आर थिंकिंग?
मैम आउट ऑफ 70 above 65, but मैम इन प्रैक्टिकल
हाँ,
there will be 70।
आप ठीक है, प्रैक्टिकल तो यू नो ऑल विल गेट गुड मार्क्स। क्यों? क्योंकि हम आपसे करवा ही लेंगे। ठीक है, प्रोजेक्ट
लास्ट ईयर भी मैम उसमें प्रॉब्लम आई थी।
लास्ट ईयर आप बताओ कितनी मेहनत करी थी, ये भी तो देखो। हाँ, और इस बार तो आपको पकड़ के करवाएंगे और आप नहीं करेंगे तो फिर मार्क्स लूज करेंगे ही। अगर सिंसियरली करते हो तो देन देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ लूजिंग मार्क्स इन प्रैक्टिकल। एंड इफ यू आर नॉट डूइंग द थिंग्स प्रॉपर्ली, सीरियसली, सिंसियरली, तो देन यू विल नॉट गेट मार्क्स। पूनम, योर टारगेट?
मैम फुल मार्क्स।
फुल, वेरी गुड। तो आप बहुत बारीकी से पढ़ना चालू करो। Okay, Poonam, those who are planning that I should get full marks and I should not lose any marks, so then they should study each topic very carefully. आदित्य समझ रहे हैं ना? आदित्य, हाँ। और अगर लगता है पढ़ते समय कोई भी टॉपिक लगता है कि नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो तुरंत व्हाट्सएप में क्वेश्चन डाल देना। ओके, अगर हम लोग रोज मिल नहीं पाएंगे लेकिन व्हाट्सएप में इमीडिएट वो डाउट डाल दीजिए। Okay, and I will be able to answer them. Yes or no? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
ग्रुप
Yes,
को उसी
ma'am.
समय रिकॉर्ड तो हो जाएगा कि हमारा ये डाउट था, व्हाट्सएप में आ जाएगा तो वो आपका नोट हो जाएगा. Okay, and then anytime we will be able to discuss that doubt. Okay, and Anjali, what about you?
मैम टारगेट तो फुल का ही है, लेकिन 95 प्लस ही लेके आने आएंगे, 95 प्लस.
हाँ, बिल्कुल, very good, very good. And this now I will come to know when you will write the answers from fourth onwards. Okay, ये आपको समझ में आने लगेगा. ठीक है, फोर्थ ऑनवर्ड्स बहुत ऑनेस्टली वो टेस्ट करो, एक एक चैप्टर करो, एंड यू विल गेन द कॉन्फिडेंस एंड यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट आई कैन डू इट. ओके
ओके मैम.
ठीक है, चलिए. तो नाउ आई एम प्रेजेंटिंग माय स्क्रीन चिल्ड्रन. इट इज 55 and we will start today with the molecular basis of inheritance. जो क्लास में हमने कर लिया है उसी को थोड़ा सा हम रिवाइज कर लेते हैं quickly. Okay, my screen is visible to you all. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will try to revise the structure of the DNA. I'll show you the video, that will be better.
Nitrogenous bases. In the cells of organisms, nucleic acids control the processes of editing and produce proteins. The most important of the nucleic acids are DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, ribonucleic acid. DNA and RNA are micromolecule polymers made of subunits known as nucleotides. The nucleotides are made of three components: a phosphate group, a 5-carbon sugar known as deoxyribose, and one nitrogen-containing base known as nitrogenous base. DNA structure consists of two nucleotide strands that are paired to form a double helix, which is a twisted ladder-like structure. RNA, on the other hand, is typically found as a single strand. Nucleotides are arranged into strands with alternating groups of deoxyribose sugar and phosphate groups. The sugar molecule of one nucleotide will be linked to the phosphate of the next nucleotide. Nitrogenous bases are so named because they contain nitrogen and have properties of a base. The basicity of this compound is due to the lone pair of electrons in the nitrogen atom. DNA is composed of 4 nitrogenous bases: adenine A, guanine G, cytosine C, and thymine T. In RNA, thymine is replaced by another nitrogenous base, uracil. In DNA, 2 strands of nucleotides will pair in a specific way. Adenine always pairs with thymine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. AT and GC base pairs are said to be complementary. Nitrogenous bases are composed of nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and are categorized as one of 2 types: purines and pyrimidines. Adenine and guanine are purines and contain double rings in their structures.
So now try to understand, children. This is very important to know that they are double ring structure. So this is 6-membered benzene ring, and the attached to it is 5-membered imidazole ring. और nitrogenous bases क्यों बोल रहे हैं? Because it is having the nitrogen and basic in property. Okay, so adenine and guanine both have double ring structure, both have purines. So you may get confused, children, that purine का double ring है कि pyrimidine का double ring है. तो you try to understand, जो नाम छोटा है उसका structure बड़ा है. Okay, pyrimidines look bigger, okay, sound bigger, but they are having simple structure that is consisting of only one ring, that is a benzene ring.
These rings contain 5 carbon atoms and 4 nitrogen atoms. Cytosine, uracil, and thymine are pyrimidines and contain only a single ring in the structure with 4 carbon atoms and 2 nitrogen atoms. Summary. Nitrogenous bases are nitrogen-containing compounds in nucleic acids. Adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, and uracil are the nitrogenous bases. In DNA, adenine always pairs with thymine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. In RNA, thymine is replaced by uracil. Adenine and guanine are purines. Cytosine, uracil, and thymine are pyrimidines.
So understood this much? Yes or no, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see this another video.
Chromosomes, DNA, and genes. Chromosomes are thread-like structures present in the nucleus of both animal and plant cells. They are made of protein and a single molecule of deoxyribonucleic acid, typically referred to as DNA, the genetic material of the organism. During metaphase, a chromosome consists of 2 components known as chromatids, which are in every way identical. Chromosomes will be visible under a microscope only when the cell is dividing. Cells containing a nucleus, which are eukaryotic cells, have linear chromosomes. Prokaryotic cells, those without a defined nucleus, have circular chromosomes. Each chromosome has a constriction point known as the centromere, dividing it into 2 sections or arms. The shorter arm is labeled the P arm, and the longer is labeled the Q arm. During mitosis and meiosis, the chromosomes will duplicate and appear as a 4-arm structure. Somatic cells contain diploid chromosomes, meaning they have double the number of chromosomes. Gametes, often referred to as sex cells, contain haploid chromosomes, meaning half the number. DNA is a macromolecule polymer made of subunits known as nucleotides. These nucleotides are made of 3 units: a phosphate group, deoxyribose, and nitrogenous base. The nucleotides are arranged into chains or strands. Each strand has a backbone made of alternating groups of deoxyribose sugar and phosphate groups. The sugar molecule of one nucleotide is linked with the phosphate of the next nucleotide. There are 4 nitrogenous bases in DNA: adenine, guanine, referred to as purines, cytosine, and thymine, known as pyrimidines. The bases are attached to the sugar molecule. 2 strands of nucleotides will pair together in a specific way. Adenine pairs with thymine and guanine pairs with cytosine. AT and GC base pairs are said to be complementary. These paired DNA strands will form a double helix, which looks like a ladder that has been grabbed at each end and twisted in opposite directions. A stretch of DNA or DNA sequence contains instructions for making a protein and is known as a gene. Genes carry biological information that is copied and transmitted to the next generation. Each time a cell divides to form 2 daughter cells. Summary: chromosomes are thread-like structures that are present in the nucleus of both animal and plant cells. The paired DNA strands form a double helix, which looks like a twisted ladder. The instructions to make a protein on a stretch of DNA or DNA sequence are known as genes.
Excuse me. So how many students have understood this? Say soon.
ये तो 11th का था ना?
हाँ 11th का तो था.
Yes, ma'am.
ये अभी पूरा काम आने वाला है आपको, इसलिए आपको रिवीजन करवाया है. So today in the class तो I was asking, तो no one was answering.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I thought that it should be revised well. Okay, now see this also. So today I am taking up the DNA. उसके बाद फिर DNA का स्ट्रक्चर सिर्फ आपसे हम पूछेंगे. I will not be telling anything.
Structure of DNA. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is present in the nucleus of every cell. It is present as a highly coiled structure in the form of a chromosome. In 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick proposed the structure of DNA. DNA is a macromolecule polymer made of subunits called nucleotides. The nucleotides are made of 3 units: a phosphate group, a 5-carbon sugar called deoxyribose, and 1 nitrogen-containing base. The nucleotides are arranged into chains or strands. Each strand has a backbone made of alternating groups of deoxyribose sugar and phosphate groups. The sugar molecule of one nucleotide is linked with the phosphate of the next nucleotide by phosphodiester bond. There are 4 nitrogenous bases in DNA: adenine and guanine called purines, and cytosine and thymine called pyrimidines. The bases are attached to the sugar molecule. 2 strands of nucleotides pair together in a specific way. Adenine pairs with thymine and guanine pairs with cytosine. 3 hydrogen bonds are present between C and G, while 2 hydrogen bonds are present between A and T. AT and GC base pairs are said to be complementary. A DNA strand is assigned a direction based on what group is found at the end of the strands. If one end has a free phosphate attached to the 5th carbon of the sugar, then that end is called the 5' end or 5th prime end. If the other end of the strand has a free hydroxyl group attached to the 3rd carbon of the sugar, then it is the 3' end or 3rd prime end. The two strands of DNA are anti-parallel to one another. One strand is 5' to 3', and the other is 3' to 5'. The paired DNA strands form a double helix, which looks like a twisted ladder. DNA contains the instructions needed for an organism to develop, survive, and reproduce. Genes carry biological information that is copied and transmitted to the next generation. Each time a cell divides to form two daughter cells. A stretch of DNA or DNA sequence contains instructions to make a protein and is known as a gene. In humans, the size of a gene varies greatly between 1,000 and 1 million bases. Summary. Inside each cell lies a nucleus that contains long strands of deoxyribonucleic acid. The double helix structure of DNA is made of phosphate, deoxyribose sugar, and 4 nitrogenous bases. The strands of DNA are antiparallel in arrangement. DNA encodes genetic information.
Okay, now the questions I am asking. So first question to Aditya. Aditya, ready? Aditya's left. Okay, Yuvesh. What is the meaning of the two strands of the DNA are anti-parallel? Yuvesh. Yuvesh also left what? Just kept the mobile laptop on, giving the attendance but not listening. So Manjul will tell now.
Ma'am, DNA is antiparallel. The strand of DNA are antiparallel because uh, nat two opposite nitrogenous bases are present on the other atom. Means in one strand, the if A is present, then another strand the thymine will be present.
So that is why it is anti-parallel. No, not at all. Anti-parallel is not related to the nitrogenous bases. Now Nandini will tell. Think, Manjul, then give me the answer.
Ma'am, because they are highly coiled with each other.
Oh, see, means you were not listening to the video. वीडियो सुनाने का इतनी देर ये मतलब था कि आप उसको सुन के कुछ चीजों को नोट कर पाए. Okay, so you have not heard only that why the two strands are anti-parallel. So Nandini will not have.
One strand has 5 prime numbers to 3 prime number, and second strand has 3 prime number to 5 prime number.
Prime number बोलना है कि क्या बोलना है?
Prime.
When one strand has prime end and second second strand is 2 prime end.
2 prime end. What do you mean by prime?
And one strand has. Yes, ma'am.
Again, say Manjul.
Ma'am, one strand has 5 prime end and second strand has 2 prime end.
2 prime end तो है ही नहीं.
Ma'am, 3 prime end है.
3 prime
end. Okay. So what is this ends 5 prime end and 3 prime end?
Ma'am, in pentose sugar, what was that? Five.
Ma'am, phosphate is attached to the 5th carbon.
And
that's why it is called 5th prime end.
Acha, okay then. The
And
other
second strand, the
case,
phosphate group is attached to the third carbon number of the pentose sugar.
okay. So it goes anti-parallel.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो वो डायग्राम जो आपके पास लास्ट ईयर दिए गए थे, I
Yes, ma'am.
want each and every student to draw the DNA structure which you have drawn in 11th class. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and you have to describe the structure of the DNA, and you have to make all the 5 different nitrogenous bases, that is 2 purines and 3 pyrimidines. Is it
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Now my next question, Manjul, what do you mean by complementary pairing?
Complementary pair means, ma'am, purines pair with pyrimidines.
हाँ,
So adenine pair with thymine and AGTC and ATGC, and guanine pair with the cytosine. But in
okay.
RNA, the cytosine pair with the uracil, except thymine.
In which case? In which case?
RNA case.
In RNA. हाँ, very good. ठीक है. So Anjali, is this much clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whole structure you all will be able to write in your own words properly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I would stop the class today itself. It is 2:16 already. Next period we will take up. Now see, I said that I will be continuing with the classes from 10:30 to 11:10. Okay, so tomorrow you will have the class. All of you all join the class 10:30 to 11:10. And if
मैम
some,
होगा क्लास?
yes,
मैम
yes,
मैम क्लास डेली होगी?
हाँ, daily होगी.
ओके मैम.
Ma'am, online or offline?
Yeah,
Online class. You're talking about online classes.
yeah, online only. You are not
Yes,
coming
ma'am.
daily to the school, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm talking of online class only.
From
You have the
tomorrow.
regular classes from 11:30. Okay,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
I will take your bio class from 10:30 to 11:10.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
every day. और
Yes, ma'am.
जल्दी जल्दी जो भी क्लास में करते हैं वो सारा कुछ नोट करते जाओ. कॉपीज में हमको सब मिलना चाहिए. When you come to the school, I will be checking your notebook and each and everything I should have. So Astha, you just pass on that homework also and pass on the बाकी टाइम टेबल तो आपने दे ही दिया है. Isn't it, Astha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So homework is what